beloveds. It's me again, your girl Journey Divine, Mystic Journey Divine, coming to you on this Monday evening. Just a chit chat. I wanted someone to talk to about something that happened to me today. If you got a minute, lend me your ear. But I noticed that there's a lot of us on this journey, and it's a journey still, even after ascension. It's a constant journey to elevation. There's always something new to learn. Always. Woo! Trying to burn my finger off. That ain't cool. I want to share something with you. In a constant need to elevate, we have a tendency to also need to remove people from our energy, or even further, permanently. Let me tell you why that's good and bad. Good because it shows that you're growing, that you're understanding you need to set healthy boundaries, that you're recognizing energies for what they are. Excuse me. That you're seeing beyond the physical world into realms where you're able to see people from the inside out as opposed to outside in. It means you're changing. And thus your environment also sometimes needs to have a change for you to stay steady and stable and growing and thriving. Everyone doesn't always get to go. That's the whole premise of seasons. Yes. But I learned something important today. There was an old friend that while I was changing in my easily triggered state of mind, which is one of the we go through, I wrote him off, put him aside, checked out. The relationship wasn't well for either one of us. It was one of trauma bonding and codependency in some way. And we were not sexual partners. We've never been in a sexual relationship. This was not a ex, just a male friend that's been around for a very long time. But when I started to get better and starting to see the worst of everything else, which we tend to do, I included him on that list as an unnecessary distraction. Because at the time, I believed that Spirit was telling me to prioritize myself. And all else meant to stay would. And all else would just have to fall away. Case closed. But as I completed my cycle, fully awakened, I realized that part of shadow work is also going back to see what you left behind while you were changing. And if anything of it was of value, while you were changing, it was not. So if it was a value then, it's still a value now. After a long period of time, we reunited by faith. And I realized that the one thing that we do while we're ascending and awakening is mistaken priority of self for, I don't know, how can I put it, Spirit? It's not that we're only prioritizing ourselves. We are also mistakenly putting ourselves on a pedestal above what we see is now below us because we've elevated. And that's a mistake. Elevation, true elevation, doesn't involve ego. The only thing it involves getting rid of is old you. Not necessarily all the old that is attached to you. Because that was fate. And now if we deem that we are the ones who would change fate and not the divine source, that may be karma to pay for that. Or we may miss something that we needed. Or we may have to restart something that could have been. There's a lot of ways that can go. I challenge you, if you're really well and not afraid to be triggered or taken back or set back, that you make a list of those who were there or not now. Let you look. You mess with my flow. Like, really, we look for whatever it is, get it and go. I digress. My daughter is in the room, and you know, meaning to take extra time to find stuff. I challenge you to decide if you've left anything behind in your journey that for some reason of fate keeps coming back, to reevaluate it for its value, and then to reevaluate your reaction to that answer. If it is something of value that you don't believe that you want to deal with, then is it really of value? Or are you not truly awoke to it and still holding a grudge against it? And if it's really not of value, then well done. Let it go. I don't even know why it would keep coming up unless it's still shadow work for you to do. And you may be in a rush and need to slow it down. I've cut this deck one. You've already decided. And the sound of my voice and knowing the direction of where this was going, that person on your mind, that devil that you addicted to, whether it be a person in their energy, whether it be a chemical substance like alcohol or whatever, whether it be a friend, a bestie, a family member, you already decided that that devil that you were addicted to, you gotta go. You're ready to let yourself be loved. And you're not looking backwards. You're sure. You really are awoke if this is what you're saying. You know that that was a one-sided relationship. And you were just glad you got out when you got out because you was just about lost your mind when you did. You blocked them. You blocked them. Because that was, see, grow in reverse. It was going nowhere but down. So we have karmic justice in reverse. It happened to you. In some strange way, you might have believed that this happens to you because of your own choices. And you may be holding on to some guilt and shame, which is not making you sure whether or not You're making good choices when you choose people or let them go, because you're not really sure if it's your energy that's mistaken. Spirit says, either I'm talking to someone in a same-sex relationship, or the person you thought you were with was in a same-sex relationship, and you know it because you're intuitive. I feel it. And that's why you let go. Because you couldn't put your finger on it. We had no proof. But you know, and you knew that there were too many secrets. Too many secrets. But we have I'm ready in reverse. You may be questioning whether you're really ready to move on, because you can't understand why you can't get this person out of your energy, and you're afraid that it's going to pass on to your new relationships, whether they be friends or not. Spirit is saying, if you move on, the further you move in, the further you get involved and recreate a new story, the fastest energy will disperse and will soon be gone, because you and this person are not together because you need a sexual healing. The relationship was too toxic, it was too passionate, it was too fiery. You both were burning out. It was twin flame energy where the flame was just too much. And you were not grounded in the love, but in the lust. Spirit is saying, make a decision, or you've made a decision, and you're right, it is absolutely time to divorce. Start that divorce paper, sign those papers, get it rolling, start making excuses. It's not about the money. Find a way, because guess what? They don't really love you. They're in lust for you. They miss you. It's in red. They miss the passion in between the sheets. But the fact is, with the final card, they have a lot of internal issues. Their spirit is dark. It's not well. Their heart is not well. Their mental thought process is not well. Why? Obstacles. Family and friends putting their mouth in between everything they do. They're too busy going to other people for advice because they don't trust themselves. Because every time they've done something, it's led them to a dark place. But the people they're trusting are in the dark with them and want them to stay there. You are of the light. You cannot continue to exist in this environment. Follow the divorce papers, honey, and move on with your life. If there's anyone else on that list that can stay, then work on that. But that person on your list that's the next that you are considering, don't do it. New year, new you. Throw it in the trash. Get divorced, put it on your wall, file it away, whatever you need to do. It's a new day. Whatever they were doing, they still doing it. Whatever they're doing, they're still doing it. And you know that to be so because they're not contacting you. There's no connection. There's no effort. There's no intentions on either part. So they're done, you're done too. No right or wrong is wronger or righter than the other. It is what it is. And Spirit said, let it be that. Let it be the past. There's so much waiting for you ahead. You're going to want to see it. You want to receive it. You're going to want to be a part of it. But you got to do that open and empty and ready for newness from the Creator. Life is about elevation, yes. Life is about growth, yes. Life is about finding oneself, yes. But oneself alone is not life, yes. Oneself alone is not a life. Because life is the existence of community, unity, sharing, love, caring. Life grows, life breathes, life sprouts, life flows, life feels, life is energy. You wouldn't be able to know all that if there was only one you, because there wouldn't no one to evaluate what that feels like against. You have no compass, no measurement, no map. So love, revisit. You're stronger now than you ever were. So no harm done in revisiting, reevaluating, getting the answers you need. This is the year 7 year of revealing. Maybe you need to go searching to finally get closure. Now, why not do it when you've healed? What better time than now? Those who are willing are waiting, and those who are not are confirmation. Yes, that's your compass. Like, share, and subscribe to this video. Hit me up in the description box below. You can find me. Hit up my website where you can check out my oracle cards, my tarot cards that I've created by myself just for you. They're bubbly, happy, joyful, pleasing. They answer dark as well as light questions. Yes. Enjoy your Monday. It's a beautiful week. Be intentional about forging ahead. Take that invite. Go to that lunch date. Accept. Receive, and stop saying no. Stop not allowing yourself. Stop victimizing yourself. Stop sabotaging yourself. How are you going to get out in the world if you don't let the world know that you want to be present? That you want to be called, invited, considered, acknowledged, blessed, loved. Let the world know. Call that old friend that you're thinking of. Dead or alive, you'll know. The world lives on Zoom. It's not even real contact, but you'll know. Clear out that old phone log if you need to, and see who's left, and if you need to grow it. Spring is coming. Make plans. Go out. Museums, movies, dinners, shows. Be your authentic, loving self and let your light shine. And watch your prosperity grow. I'm your mystic journey divine. As within, so without, as above, so below. Until we meet again, beloved. Like, share, subscribe with a friend. Grow my channel so I can go live with 1,000 subscribers. I'm ready to dive in. Ashe.